Go live. How are we looking there?
Good.
Let's see. We're live. How about that? Kalosas vrikame. Do you want to do it together?
Yes. Oh, okay. You want to do it together?
Yeah, let's do it. Kalosas vrikame.
There we go.
That's a good one. I like that one. So here, I'm Bob Stavroulakis with my lovely co-host, Aurora. There she is. And hey, we're so happy to be here with you guys again on this, at least in California, it's a lovely Saturday morning?
Saturday morning.
It feels like Saturday.
It does.
Yeah.
It's a nice day already.
You can't really tell, but the pool looks fantastic in the back, but I had to put the curtains up because we changed locations today. We're on the patio in the backyard because it's getting kind of cold over there by the barbecue.
Yeah.
So here we've got some heat lamps and things like that. So I think we may be doing it from here for a little while. Let me just make sure we're all here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so I think we're gonna do it from here for the next few times. Well, probably through the winter, I think.
Oh, I would think, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple in the kitchen.
Yeah.
If it's raining or...
Yeah, and what I'd like to do is a few of them, because we're doing baking, what we'll do is I'll pre-do them like what I did this time around with the Kleftiko, which is probably my favorite dish.
Oh, it
Kleftiko.
Definitely is. You always get that.
I know, I love that.
Almost always.
Almost always. But it's got a great backstory behind it, and I just, Kleftiko means like brigand or thief, or and I just think that's got a great backstory behind it too. So, and today we have a really special guest. Will be coming on later in the show. Elias Ladas from Dancing with the Stars Greece. And, you know, if you live in Greece, I know you know the name. So he'll be here at about 11 or at 10:45, so about 45 minutes or so. And we'll have a chance to talk to him.
Yeah.
And kind of learn some of these dance moves that are so amazing. So he'll be here. George Stavroulakis and Froso Stavroulakis, or Froso and her lovely assistant George.
Yeah, Froso and her lovely assistant.
will be helping us in a little while with the Kleftiko. And we'll bring them on, but we have some unboxing to do today.
Yes, we do, because it is a special birthday episode.
Oh, yay.
I know, we need more people here. Where are they?
I don't know. They're just typical. We're going to have a little party later in the evening. Let me bring George up, and then, why don't you bring those, and I'll bring George and Froso up, and Yorgo! You're still on mute. Froso! You're still on mute. George and Froso! Yorgo and Froso!
Okay.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi.
So,
okay?
we can't have things blocking you.
Okay.
You have a fan base now. You're the whole reason people even come to the show now. So, here, let's... So, what do we have there? And who's it from?
It's from me.
Oh!
To you.
Aurora. My lovely daughter.
Yes.
Thank you. Ooh, let's see what we have here. I think I know that this is an apron.
I think so. I would hope that you would know.
Okay, so let's just see the apron, what it says. I'm just going to have the world see it first. So, Yoro, what does it say?
Oh!
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Baba. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, thank you. I love the hat, Yoro.
Just for you.
Thank you.
We're getting ready for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so are we. But I love this. Chef Haralambos, which is my name in Greek. Chef Haralambos. I love it. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. But I'm not a chef.
Yes, you are, in my eyes.
Oh, thank you. If you're a chef out there,
I'm sorry.
I'm not a chef, so I am sorry. I don't want to see a bunch of comments. You're no chef. You work in molecular diagnostics. Hey, I love this. I'm going to put it on. I'm sorry, Greek Festival.
Sorry. Next
But-
year.
but we may have to retire you for a little while, so I'm going to put this on. Okay. All right, St. Basil's. But you know what we're doing today? We are using, we will be using oregano from St. Basil's. You can't really see it there, but I'll show you later. It's Father Bill brought it over for me.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of cool. I'll put that over there. And now I will put on my chef haralambos.
Yay.
Oh! Okay.
Looks nice.
I like it. I like it. Wow. I like sitting down too.
Yeah, me too.
I like that a
it's
lot.
nice and relaxing. Like.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Do you want to?
Yes.
So-
Okay. This is from the other children.
The other children.
The other children.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Ooh.
This might
This
be my
is-
favorite.
A bronze serving plate. Very Greek. I like it.
Beautiful.
I know. That is so nice. Look at that. Huh. Wow. Thank you so much. And let's see. Oh.
Oh.
There's more. There's more? I thought it was just a bag, but there's more beyond a bag? Okay. Let's see. What else we have here? Oh my god! A Wusthof classic. Knife.
Because someone commented on our knives.
I know. Somebody said, you got to get some good knives. Well, there you go.
There we
Tony
go.
Warlet's right there.
Yeah.
We got a fancy knife now. Wow. Goodbye, old favorite from 25 years ago. But we have a really cool knife. Well, okay, I'm going to put that aside for a second. We're going to use it.
And
I'm
then
gonna put it
one
aside.
last thing.
Oh, yes. This
We've
will
been
come in
missing.
handy today.
Oh,
Yes,
perfect.
because we'll do some zesting with the
Yeah.
lemons today, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. All right. So we have this. That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you
To the other children.
to the other children, to the boys and the girls, and you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And George, how are you? Froso, you look lovely.
You do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You look lovely too, Yorgo, but not
That
in the
was a
same
given.
way.
But
Okay, yeah, but I'm a lovely assistant, so I need
Yeah.
to look last, right?
So you've got that going for you. Yes.
So it's evening right now. The lockdown is gonna be in an hour, so in an hour no one will be allowed to be out of their houses.
oh.
This doesn't seem
So we're
fair
here.
without zombies. It should be.
Yes,
if there were
but
zombies, I would get it.
I think that there's still 50 days until the end of 2020.
Okay,
So we wanted something with the zombies.
that wouldn't be
Yeah.
good. No. Well, okay.
We have prepared a remote cake.
A remote
Oh.
cake. Oh, I love the
So-
piano playing, Froso. Thank you. Oh
was
wow!
hand-frozen.
Wow, thank you.
Or
How do I blow it out?
So you blow it, and we'll see what will happen remotely. But I will
Yeah.
All right.
just hear you.
All right, I'm gonna blow that way, so it comes
No,
in
no.
this way. Wait.
This
Thank
way.
you, Ron Madura, for the happy birthday. Look at that, Ron. Thank you. All right. So, okay. I'm going to blow that way.
Goes all the way around. Oh, look it.
Wow. Look at that. That's the
Congratulations.
magic of the internet right
Yeah.
there, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Look at that, Melina Solanas. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you for your best wishes. Well, I think that's enough birthday for the moment because we're going to have a party
Yes.
later tonight. And tonight, during that party, we're going to make Kleftiko. And if any Greek person out there is watching that has a good story about the origin of Kleftiko, I would like to hear it. I think you should put it in the comments and I will put it up on the screen. Because I love Kleftiko stories. Do you have one, Yorgo? I know
Yes,
I have
of course.
one. I don't know how much mine is made up though. But
I don't know. So probably we will start with yours. That it maybe it's more fictional.
Okay, but I'm going to make mine more exciting too. I don't care if it's fictional. It will be more exciting as well.
Okay, of course.
So, during when the Greek army dissolved during the Turkish occupation, many of them went up into the hills and decided to become brigands. And they would come down from the hills and raid Turkish supply trains. And back then, supplies, we're talking about donkeys carrying supplies and sheep herds coming in and out. And so they would come down and they would raid these supply lines and bring up into the mountains sheep that they would gather. But then they would have to cook the sheep without any fire. Let me say hi to viewer number 1. Hi, viewer number 1.
Hi, Yuli.
Hi, Yuli. Thank you.
Hi, Yuli.
And so they would take the sheep up into the mountains, and then they would cook them in underground fires, in pits with coals. So the flames wouldn't be visible in the valleys to the Turkish garrisons. What do you think? Is that a good one?
Yes, it's pretty close and very accurate. I think
Okay.
that there is only a time difference.
Oh.
I think that the story of Kleftiko started with what we call kleftes, but it doesn't mean thieves, actually. During the Ottoman occupation, before the revolution of Greece from the Ottoman Empire, people that they went to revolt and to live like Robin Hood but Greek way. They were called kleftes and armatoli. So that means they were carrying guns and they were stealing things from the Ottomans.
Oh.
Armatoli. I like that. So instead of Kleftiko, we could call it Armatoli.
Yeah, armatoli, armatolos. The word
Matolos. I
armatolos
like
means
it.
that he's carrying arms.
Oh, okay. I like it.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
John
Okay.
will like
I
that.
know John will, yeah. Where's Papa
Kleftes.
Yanni?
I know.
Kleftes karmatoli, what they were doing, they were stealing sheep, they were stealing goats, and the story is exactly the same that you told, but it's 2 or 3 centuries previous as a tradition.
Can we say hi to Lisa from Australia, Melbourne, Australia? Lisa, I don't even know what time it is over there right now.
Yeah.
Share the time with us, Lisa, because wow, you should get some rest. I think it's like either super late at night or super early in the morning. And
Watch me like 2 p.m.
I know,
'Cause
really.
I don't know.
And Nicole, Lisa, thank you for watching. Nicole, thank you for watching as well. And Opa, to you too. Ekalosas vrikame. Thank you for being here. Lisa says it is
5 a.m.
5 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia. You're an early riser, and thank you for sharing your morning with us. We really appreciate it. We're making Kleftiko today. So let's make some Kleftiko. I suppose we'll need some salt and some pepper, I would imagine, right?
Of course.
Okay. So I'm going to get going with the salt and pepper. Put a little salt in there. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to make it kind of individual style, because what I want to do today is make it so, oh wow, that is pepper. Wow, okay, pepper. Oh, that's too much pepper. Darn it, I do that all the time too. So yeah, that's too much pepper.
Oh boy.
I'm taking some out. I don't care, I'm gonna use my hands. It's gonna get cooked anyways. That's too much pepper. How did that happen?
We need a spoon next
I
time.
know.
Oh, we should get like a cute little spoon to put in there.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Or like a little brass one.
Yeah. Everything brass now.
I know, from now on it's going to be brass for us. That's the way we're going to, I'm not going to do it
We're
on the
too
table.
fancy for
I know,
that.
we've become very fancy now,
Yeah.
folks. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but
we
we're
have noticed.
we're sitting down, we're at a table. Ever since we were on that Sabato Kiriako, am I saying that right? Sabato Kiriako? The weekend,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Somebody said I wasn't pronouncing it correctly.
Oh, you know what somebody said? They
What?
commented on our interviews and they said it should be called Talking with Greek People. That should be our segment name.
That should be Talking with Greek People. You're
Yeah.
right. We're doing a lot more talking now because we
Yeah.
had Vlas and Charlie Parlapendidis from Blood of Zeus, that Netflix
Go watch
show.
Blood of Zeus on
Yeah,
Netflix.
watch that so they get a second season. It's up to you guys. But yeah, they. So we're doing a lot more talking, and he goes. I think he said fixed it, and he's right. He did. Fix
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he did say
He
that.
did
Yeah.
fix it. Yeah, thank you for fixing that. But
Nick-
do you guys
Nick is
like us
watching.
talking? Let us
Nick
know
is
if you guys
watching.
like the interviews we've been doing. Because today we have Froso. Do you know who we have on the show today?
Yes.
Somebody from Dancing with the Stars, Greece.
Yes. Yes.
Elias Ladas.
Yes.
That's kind of exciting. We get somebody who's a ballroom dancer on our show
Are Nick and Anna
and a
gonna-
competitor. I don't know. Nick and Anna did take ballroom dancing, so
So,
maybe
you know.
we can set something up and
Darn, we
critique
should have
them.
had Redmond come over.
I know he would have been
He
good.
would have been
Yeah.
great. So what's next time?
Yeah, there's next time. So I think he got out of Greece just in time too before the lockdown. All right, so I think we got our salt and pepper going here. I think. I don't know. I really should get a fruit processor.
No, you know what we need? We need cat. That's what we
I
needed.
know. Is that Nico back there?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi,
Nico.
Nico.
All
Oh,
right.
he's got the little birthday hat on.
Thank you. Wow, man, I can smell that.
Pepper.
All right, I'm putting it aside for now, before it kills me. All right, I'm being I'm being opposite of COVID right now. I don't care.
We are not wasteful.
We're not wasteful people. We cook with it anyway, so
Yeah, like
Back you
it'll
go.
cook out.
yeah, we'll cook out. All right, so we've got that going for us, and so what do you think we need? I've got salt, I've got pepper, I've got oregano, I've got olive oil, and I forgot the instructions that you sent. I forgot to print them out.
Okay. Probably you need lamb leg chunk in big chunks. Like
That
Got
might
it?
be helpful.
I think the big chunks is where I went wrong yesterday. I tried the recipe last night, but I have some in the oven right now because the second time I did it, it came out great.
Good.
Great, just fantastic.
I'm excited.
Put that over there. All right. I got me some
Oh, I love it. We just so easy.
chunks.
Nice.
I forgot something.
Oh no.
I know. Okay. Keep them entertained.
Keep okay. Okay, so the hat's going around.
Yes. Yes. We have more.
I just realized that it is not only a birthday episode, it's also an anniversary episode. It's the it's the 30th episode.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Oh my god, and he's turning 60, and then so this is like half. Oh.
Okay. Got your number. Is
Oh, that's so cool! I didn't even
3
know it
times
was the 30th.
20.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's not a teenager anymore. 3 times.
Yeah, now you're 20. You're not a teenager anymore.
Who's 20?
You are.
Me?
We are.
Yeah.
You maybe.
It's our 30th episode. He just reminded us. So it's like an anniversary.
I'm pretty sure it's our
episode.
29th.
No.
Oh, darn.
I think it's 30.
It feels like 30 because we did 5 hours a
Yeah.
few episodes ago.
Oh, okay.
I may have to go back and count. That was a good episode, that 5-hour one. I like that one. We got to do more. Hey, if you have a church out there that's doing a Greek festival or even a community. I know in Greece they have communities that are doing a Greek festival. You guys want one virtual Greek festival? We'd be happy to help you out. That's kind of what we do. This isn't something we do for profit. It's something we're doing for fun. So if you guys want us to do a little marathon for you like we did last time, I think we can figure it out. We
I
can do
think
something.
so.
So I wanted the parchment ready. So I have the parchment ready. Oh, wow, that's got to be brutal on the microphone. Okay, no, I wanted to get this because I want to cook it in this. I have the parchment. And now I have the lamb leg here. And I'm going to bring up the
Food
the
can.
stream. So we have our food can here. So we have our leg of lamb. Oh man. Well, I mean,
I think.
yeah,
you
there
need
you go.
to-
Maybe that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's
Do
the
you wanna
leg of
switch?
lamb. No, no, that's fine. So we have our leg of lamb. So now what do we do, George? We cut it into
Do we have-
chunks.
Yeah. Do we need? Is it in chunks?
Like right now, I've got a chunk like this and a chunk like this. So it should be like chunks like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do chunks like that. All right. And put that aside for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna do chunks like that, and so there's a chunk. What do you think? Is that enough, or should I cut it in half?
Maybe a little.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
There we go.
Because it will shrink.
Oh, oh.
Also, we don't need to cut it a lot because it will lose the juices. But,
Yeah, yeah. Sure. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
All
Oh, you
right.
want me to go get paper towels?
So let's prepare
yeah.
the first poach.
Okay. We have a paper towel here.
We have salt and pepper. We have oregano. It would be nice to have, because I remember that we have rosemary, fresh rosemary.
Oh yeah, I'll go get some rosemary. But I have
Potatoes.
piperias,
Yeah, bell peppers
tomato,
And potato.
and potato.
and potato.
Potato. Potato. You say potato?
I
Say
say
potato. Yes, I'll go get some rosemary.
Okay.
All right, guys. This is the old knife, so everything should be okay.
Do you want me to film you getting it?
No, I want you to keep me entertained.
Okay, I don't know how to be entertaining.
Okay. So the whole idea was to poach the meat with the ingredients that they were going to use, and even if the gang was caught, they were just around the fire and they couldn't find the meat because it was buried under the fire.
So they buried it under?
They were digging a hole.
Mm-hmm.
They were putting all the coal. Over that, they had the meat that it was wrapped on the skin of the lamb,
Oh.
and over that they were having the fire. So it was difficult to find the thieves' meat.
Yeah, okay. So it was just hard for people, like, people couldn't see that it was being cooked?
But in that way, first of all, if we wrap it, that's why we continue wrapping it in parchment, because when they were thieves, three centuries or 4 centuries ago, they had no parchment. So they were
used the
using
skin.
the skin of the lamb.
Wow.
But the idea is that when you wrap it on parchment now, is that it doesn't lose the moisture, and it will not burn it in the same way that when you grill it.
Okay, that's crazy.
I know.
didn't know that.
It keeps the juice.
Well, we learn something new every day
Yeah.
with this show.
That's so cool.
Oh,
Yeah, they used to wrap it in lambskin.
really?
Wow.
I didn't know that. Wow, George.
That's
Huh.
so cool. Here we
Yeah.
are with parchment paper.
I know, we're thinking we're
Darn.
being fancy. We're not being fancy, I guess. All right, so I have some rosemary here.
Oh, it smells so good.
It does, doesn't it? Here. Yeah, so this is, does anybody have their own Kleftiko story? Be kind of cool to hear one other than the ones that we have. Are we making it the way your family has made it at home, or are we doing something extra interesting?
It's always extra interesting with us.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just need to say that rosemary is optional.
Okay.
For some
Okay.
people, they don't like the taste or not. It's optional. Also, for some people, they might like garlic.
Ooh.
Other people
I
they
have
don't
garlic.
like it.
No, we're gonna put garlic
So
in.
it depends on your taste.
I'll put the rosemary right there.
Want me to go grab some?
Garlic?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, there's some on by the sink over there. Just bring a couple of cloves. Or a couple of...
Yeah.
They're already peeled. So do you like this?
So
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? Froso
Yeah.
looks a little jealous.
Yes,
I think you have to buy one for Froso.
I am.
Oh,
So
goodness.
why not chef? Yeah. Chef means that you are the chief, right? Doesn't mean that you're a cuisine chef. You are the chef of the show.
The chef of the house.
All right, so I should, yes, I guess I should do something with this here. This,
The peppers.
yeah, let's just see here.
Yeah, we extract the seeds.
Ah, okay. For extracting seeds. Okay, I'm going to cut this. Guess I cut it, right? That's the thing about not having a sink, you know.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'd rather do it here, anyways. It's
It's nice
more
to sit
comfortable.
down.
I know, God, that was exhausting. Okay, so here we go. So we've got this. So I should cut it probably a little bit smaller, right?
Yes. So are we
So-
gonna use the technique that our friends from Grill Philosophy do
I love those guys. You guys should follow Greek philosophy. George and Andreas. Boy, those guys are amazing. What's the name of the city that they're in? The town?
They live in Lamia, and the factory that they have, they're preparing the grills. It's close to Karditsa.
Pizza. Okay.
Yeah, the grills are really cool.
I know.
too.
I want one of those. Let them
How
know.
many things could you cook on it? Like 40 or something? Like, it was like a big number.
Well, I was like, there's 17 things going this
Oh,
way,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
there's more. There's a bigger land that you can go the other way.
yeah, it was
So 17 skewers that
Yeah,
you run at
yeah.
a time.
to
So
me,
that was
that's crazy.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
see, what do we got here? We
we're
got
ready.
Panos is watching. Thank you, Panos.
Yeah.
Brad, thank you. Ramadura, thank you for watching. And Michalis, thank you for watching. Okay, let's see. I'm so happy we have Australia, though.
I know,
That's
I
good.
think that's so
Melbourne. I think
cool.
that's really cool.
Yes, Lisa,
Thank
thank you.
Yeah, Lisa's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I know. All right, so how about the tomato? Do I cut the tomato up? Wait, I need my special knife.
Get four.
Oh, yeah.
What am I doing? What was I thinking?
Oh, wow, that was much easier to open than I anticipated.
Yeah, no, really, me too. Thought it'd be
But you'd have to use the other
like a
knife
camera.
to...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. I'm afraid.
Oh.
I'm a little bit afraid now. Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. How pretty that is.
Ooh.
How about that? Okay. Goodbye, old friend. And let's see. Yes, the special knife.
Ooh, let's see how well it cuts a
I-
tomato.
now, always put your fingers in like this when you guys are cutting, because I didn't. Oh my God! Look at
Oh
that!
my gosh!
No pressure.
We're just amazed.
Is that
right
what
now.
a real knife does? I gotta be really careful with this. I'm gonna hurt myself.
Really gotta make sure you're not.
What is that? I don't like that. See, my tomatoes aren't in season anymore. Okay. So I had to buy them. Huh? How about that, huh? Look at the way that thing
Wow.
cuts. Wow, that's
I'm impressed.
Wusthof.
Whoa.
All right.
I think
Yeah,
that's
okay.
enough. Don't get too excited.
I know.
I'm very.
Sorry.
I just need to cut something now. Fortunately, I still have a potato.
Oh yeah. That's how
Okay.
easy this is.
Cut the potato.
Mm. All right. How about that?
We're easy to
Okay.
please.
We are very easy. Look at that. Okay. Doesn't take much to impress me. All right. So there we have it, folks. Got the bell peppers. We got the tomatoes. We have the onions. We have the rosemary. We have oregano, courtesy of Father Bill Tragus. Thank you, Father Bill,
Thank you.
from his garden. And we have Greek olive oil from Kalamata. And we have rosemary from backyard.
Vinegar.
And we have some garlic. So, there you have it.
So, first of all, we need to season the meat with all that.
Okay. We can do that. Yeah. Let's see here. Gotta season.
And actually, it's a pretty easy recipe because it was supposed to be prepared from people that they were trying to hide.
Yeah. Well, good. The easier.
Yeah, we're trying to hide.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You're trying to hide from the COVID cops.
Yeah. That's very crazy.
Okay.
Okay. Seasoned. There you go. And now,
We get the parchment.
okay. We have the parchment. We have the parchment. So I thought I would do this with the parchment, so it'll shape it.
Exactly. And add
Now what?
the meat.
Do I put lathe on the meat? Do I put oil on the meat at all?
We will put oil at the end.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Let me hold it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Are you gonna do a serving for one person or two?
Well, I'm not. I've already got it in the oven. I've already cooked it. It's in the oven. So this kind of show people how to do it. I'll break this up into 2 servings later.
All right.
All right. Next stop.
And we add the potatoes. And you try to squeeze them between the chunks of meat
Okay.
so they will get the taste.
Done.
And we have the red bell peppers.
The red bell peppers in there, like that.
Onion. Do we have onion?
I think so.
Yes, we have onion.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Can I put the tomatoes in while we're waiting for the onion?
Put the tomatoes at the end because of the heat. They're gonna release. They're gonna release the juice of tomato.
Ah, okay. So I'll put it right there for now. Hey, there you go. He
I
will.
didn't even get it on myself.
Here we go. I'll put some onion on there.
You think that's what we need after this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Should I put
Because
that?
I actually have the big onions, and we'll cut them up later,
Yeah. Okay.
just to kind of show people what we're doing.
Yeah.
Here. All right.
So you add the tomato at the top, and you add now for that portion you need to add olive oil, about 4 teaspoons.
Okay.
Did you already mention?
Milena, my name is Bob Stavroulakis. Mr. Ladas is the he will come a little bit later. He's on Dancing with the Stars Greece, and we're going to talk to him. But let's see, you had a question though. Let's see, what was your question? Lamb into smaller pieces so they can all the ingredients be at the same time, or does the difference matter? What do you think, Yorgo? That's a good question from Melbourne.
So what's the question? So traditionally they were using the whole leg of the lamb, but that will take more time.
Yeah.
If we cut it in smaller pieces, we will lose the juices of the meat, so it will not be juicy at the end. So we need to find the
Big enough
how
chunks.
big
Yeah.
enough chunks, and so we will keep the juices inside the meat, but also it will get the flavor from pepper, from salt, oregano, rosemary, and all the other ingredients.
I'm excited.
I am too. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get some string. So we need some string to kind of wrap this with, right? Or no, we need
Yeah, have
latte and
we-
oregano still.
Yeah, have we added the olive oil?
No. So now we're adding the olive oil. And the oregano?
And oregano. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
And how about the rosemary?
And why don't you add some more salt?
Okay.
Some more salt.
Because I think that you salted the meat, but we haven't salted the potatoes and the rest of the ingredients.
And we need the garlic too. Just put it there a little bit. So we'll squish the garlic a little bit.
You don't have.
Okay.
You put
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. How's that look?
And now we need some string.
Okay. Let's get the string. I'll be right back. I'm gonna clear some of this stuff off too.
Yeah.
Because we'll be having a guest here soon. Okay. I'll be back with some string. Gotta take stuff out of the oven too.
Perfect. It looks pretty good. I'm excited. Very excited.
It's unbelievably tasty.
Oh, I've never actually had it before. Every time we go to a Greek restaurant, I usually just get lamb roast, so never had it. Very excited.
So that was a recipe that, as I said, the Kleftos and Darmatoli did that centuries ago, but it was too tasty to forget.
Yeah.
So it's tweaked, all right. They didn't have parchment. They were not using all that ingredients. It was difficult to find potatoes or other tasty stuff. But the whole idea is that we have meat wrapped in something, keeping all the juices and the steam, and it's cooked in an oven with its own juices. And the plate and the recipe evolved to what we have now.
So before, was it just the meat and like in the skin, or did they add anything
It
else?
was meat and whatever they had.
Oh, okay. So anything that they had.
Usually onions,
Mhm.
sometimes fruits
Ooh.
like apple, but we have differentiated the taste the last
Mhm.
one and
Okay,
a half.
half string.
They would even put apples in
Okay.
it. They
Wow.
had to.
Here, hold that. We're gonna, okay. So now we're gonna tie it like in a little bow.
You bring them all together.
Okay.
Maybe you need a second one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cook this one because I'm gonna divide it up. So let's just tie the string to show people.
So the whole idea is when we tie it with the string is not leave any gaps.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so we'd have more parchment this way folded, and
Mhm.
it would be sealed
Exactly.
tight. Yeah. Got it. So I'm going to let me bring out the completed version,
Yeah.
okay? All right, I'm going to take this in. And let me just
You should tell that you're gonna do a trick, a time travel or something.
Yeah, we're gonna time
do one of
travel.
those like we're doing it.
When we edit this, we should like do like a little squiggly, 4 hours
Exactly.
later. Yeah.
So now he spoiled it, that he had one already in the oven.
Yeah, I know. Well, now I get to eat it, so I'm pretty excited.
Okay. So how is the oven?
Good.
Good. How many times have you used the oven?
The pizza oven?
Yeah.
I think like 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah. John's been doing it and like it's so good. I think last time after the show we put like pita bread in there or like we made pita bread and we put like oregano on top. It was really, really good. Yeah, so it's working.
Great, because it's a
Yeah.
project that we were talking with Bob since early days of summer.
Yeah, it took a while, but it's so worth it. It's, oh my gosh, so worth it. Yeah.
I hope that he is not lost somewhere in the outer space while time traveling.
He's lost in time travel, yeah. Yep, lost. Lost in space.
Yeah, things are difficult out there.
They are, yeah. Yep. Oh, we should put it on the serving dish. Okay. Okay. Oh, where is that?
And actually, you can do that recipe with any kind of meat.
Oh, okay. So,
The lamb is more traditional to the Greek cuisine, but you can do it with pork. You can do it with veal, chicken for some. But chicken is because chicken is cooked very easy and quickly. Doesn't need so much time.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of viewers today.
here we
All
go.
right. Here we are.
He's back from time traveling.
I went 45 minutes into the future,
Yeah.
but we are back.
That was quick.
now. There he is. It's
There he
Elias.
is.
Want to go get the door?
Yeah, sure.
And bring Elias in. And say, Elias, just in time, Elias. Got to get another plate. We're gonna make some room for Elias here.
Here he is.
Hey, it's Elias! Yeah!
I brought some donuts for you guys.
Thank you.
We brought some Kleftiko for you.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
We're on the air, just so you know, we're on the air. Do you want to come in and sit down? Okay, I'm going to move this over just a tiny bit. Hopefully we don't lose anything. Why don't you sit in the middle?
Middle.
You're in the middle, my friend. Elias Ladas, folks, from Dancing with the Stars Greece, and probably every dance competition I've ever seen in Europe.
Really?
Everywhere, man, you're everywhere.
Maybe I'm the only one you have. A dancer in your Facebook. I
Well-
guess, right?
Well, we just finished this, okay? This is Kleftiko. We don't know how it turned out, but we just did a time travel sequence because now it's all cooked.
Yeah.
We showed them how to cook it, so we went 45 minutes. We went 2 hours and 45 minutes
Hello, everyone.
into the future.
Hello.
This is
Hi.
Yorgo and
Hello,
Froso.
guys.
Froso's a big fan.
Oh, really? Do you dance?
No, just watching.
She's let's see here.
Ooh.
So this is some Kleftiko that we cooked. So
Wow.
all right, so we're gonna cut a little bit and see what happens here. You can tell us if it. Ooh, wow. Okay, it's breaking apart. Here, we're gonna put a little bit on a plate that's in bite-sized morsels. So we don't have to cut anything, but it is hot. Oh my God, can you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gee whiz, that smells good.
Who will taste it first?
Potato.
So is Kleftiko made of lamb?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you eat lamb?
I can smell. No, I eat everything.
Oh, okay, cool. And let's see. You know what I added, George? That you may not have seen that we didn't do before was I put on some
Oh, the carrots.
the carrots and yeah, onions and all that here. So here, want to try that? Here's
Oh, thank you
you
so
can
much.
tell us what you think. Now you can tell us what you think there, my friend.
Wow.
And let me get one for. Got about 2 plates out.
Want to go grab one?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, there you go. The recipe worked. But you gotta look into the camera and eat like this. This is what we do.
This is great. So this is your recipe?
It's Bobby's recipe because my recipe we did it 5 minutes before. But I think that
Yeah, I did it
all the same-
earlier. I did it earlier, but
It's delicious. It's delicious.
yeah, so it worked
It's
out.
the
There
man
you
who
go, some
cooks,
time travel.
That's the only plate I could find, but whatever.
It's okay. No, you could just get the regular plates.
Oh,
Just get
okay.
regular. Because
want
I
another
want to. No, this is for you. I want to put one out for you.
Thank you.
So here.
So actually, it's a recipe that you can improvise a lot, depending on what you like and your taste. So the basic idea that is that you wrap it on parchment paper and leave it for good 2 or 3 hours in the oven, and everything is gonna be perfect.
And here you go. Just want to get some things for Aurora to taste. All right. Aurora, there you go. Take that for a spin.
Thank you. Oh, this is really good. I've never had this before. Really, really good.
There you go. This is what we're making tonight for the party.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, come by tonight.
That's great.
For the party, yeah, for the birthday party. So good. Another successful.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, thank you. Lisa says it looks delicious. Thank you. Oh, Elena Palaga. Elena, thank you. Elena, that's very nice. And Milena's from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, Milena. So, Elena, when are you going to come on the show and play music? That's what I want to know. But so that kind of concludes the cooking part of the show, and we're going to go into the interview part of the show. And I'm going to just take the food part out of the camera. And we're going to go. George, Froso, thank you so much. Do you guys want to stay in the background, listen in, and jump in if you have a question or anything you want to add?
Okay.
Okay. So,
Maybe next time we have some dance lessons live.
some
Some madness, I think we can get some
yes,
steps around.
I like
All
that.
right.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. My son Nick, who's just getting dressed now, he and his girlfriend Anna took ballroom dancing.
That's
in
actually how they
college.
met.
That's how they met. It was ballroom
Wow.
dancing.
I like that I know the story.
I know, I like that. But so we're going to go into. Let's see, where am I here? Okay. So we'll go.
Actually,
into,
let me move a little bit to the left. so we
yeah,
can
yeah.
look.
Let's say, and I'll come in a little bit more. There we go. And thank you, George. Thank you, Froso, and thank you for the birthday wishes too. That was very kind of you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day.
All right, thank
Party.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oops. Can't tell.
I love this touchscreen thing.
I know.
really.
I love this.
Let's see if I can just go into that. There we go. And then you can see questions coming up over there. So if you see a question you want to answer. So I wanted to talk to you because ballroom dancing and the sort of thing when I met you maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I can't remember when.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, a while back. It wasn't really on my radar, but kind of after you had left, all of a sudden it was everywhere. You know, I mean, it was the Dancing with the Stars shows, the everything. I wanted to talk to you because I thought it was just kind of so fascinating that it just kind of took off. But I want to know, how did you get into ballroom dancing?
Well, when I was young, I always I watched this movie called Salsa. I was around 15 and a half. So somehow inside of me, I always wanted to dance. Although my academic career is completely different from dancing, I always wanted to dance. So I find this dance studio there in Athens, and I go, I'm going to start how to dance. That's how we started. It was this movie called Salsa.
Oh, nice. And so you were born here though in the U.S., right?
Yeah, I was
You're-
born in Maryland, Baltimore, and my parents moved back to Greece when I was 7 years old.
Oh, I see.
So it was a little hard transition there because the language, etc., in Athens. And then I moved back here in the States after I did my MBA here in Florida.
Oh, okay.
My master's
Oh,
degree.
nice.
But in the meantime, I was dancing, and I always loved to dance. And then finally, I decided to make it my career because it was my love, my passion. So I went all the way.
You did. You really did. And so did you? So you started in Greece, and then you did your academic. Let me get this out of the way.
It smells good, though.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does,
Can you move it
doesn't it?
over there to that side table, maybe? Yeah.
Put it inside.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you went. You came here. You did your studies, graduate, and all that stuff, and then you decided just kind of pursue.
In the
this.
meanwhile, I was dancing. The first thing, it was so funny because I came here for my master's degree in Palm Beach, Florida. And the first thing I found, because I was looking for a job as well, a regular job, because I used to consult businesses in Greece and work for some companies for that. And the first thing I looked was for a job and somewhere to teach or continue my dancing. So it was tough with the interviews with getting a regular job, but I found a studio in the first few days, and actually they really liked me, and they really wanted me. So suddenly I end up teaching and making money while I'm doing my master's degree with dancing, and suddenly I just see after a year and a half as a career, it just blowed up. It was like doing great, competitions everywhere and growing in the industry. So after I finished my master's, I just cared about dancing only.
Oh, fantastic.
That's how everything started.
And so this is, well, like I said, when I met you, it seemed, like I said, the ballroom dancing didn't seem to be on my radar, but after we had met and we had talked a little bit, and then you went back to Greece, I think.
The funny part is we had Dancing with the Stars here in the States.
Mhm.
So it was like 2004, 2005. I always loved that show because I'm a
Yeah,
dancer,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I go in myself, if it ever goes to Greece, I want to take part. So I go for vacations in 2009 in Greece, and there was ads, Dancing with the Stars is coming to Greece. So I auditioned. I actually flew from Los Angeles for 2 nights in Greece just for the audition. And I returned back. After a week, they called me, you got the spot. So for Dancing with the Stars, I was so excited that time. I go, okay. So I had a bunch of lessons going on here. So I gave my students to other instructors in the meanwhile. So I go do the show in Greece.
Wow. So so that's when you went back. That's kind of around the time I met you, and then you go back. You're on Dancing with the Stars. It seems like it blew up, because everybody in Greece, like Froso and everybody pretty much I knew in Greece, knew you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they knew you, right, Froso?
She's like, yeah.
Yes. Is that here? Let's see. So is that right,
Yes, yes.
Froso? You started following
Yes,
Dancing
yes.
with the Stars, right? In Greece.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. I put her on the spot. Yeah. So because I have a cousin named Eva, and she's a ballroom dancer as well. I mean, not professionally, but she's she does local plays in Crete and things like that, and she knew you from Dancing with the Stars as well. So then I started thinking, wow, this is really big. And then I started watching it because it was like, wow, this is kind
The
of
Greek
interesting.
version or the American one? Oh,
the Greek
okay, that's
version,
cool,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. So, no, I mean, I would catch the American version, but I didn't know anybody in the American version.
Yeah.
But I knew you.
Yeah.
And so you had some interesting people that you were paired up with, because it's really like Greek celebrities would be on there and you were being paired with them, right?
Well, the show, it's all about having a celebrity and making her the best for each week, for each dance. And you have a very big responsibility. First Dancing with the Stars, I had Evgenia Manolidou, which because I lived in the States the last 10 years, I kind of didn't know much about who's the celebrity
Right.
and who's not. So I heard she was the big name, so I got her, which was fine, but I was so into dancing. It doesn't matter, it's just into dancing. She ended up being a fantastic student. Evgenia was a fantastic student, and we worked so well together, and she went all the way. It was a great season, the first one.
Yeah, I know there were a couple of celebrities that now all of a sudden my notes are upstairs.
Well,
and
the
I'm
next
gonna go
one
get them,
was
but
Eleonora Meletti. She was my second season. So what happens is, the show ends, I fly back to the States. I come here, I have lost most of my students because I've been missing for 3 months. So long story short, I build up new clientele, but it was so fun to do it. Second year, the second season, I go, I'm gonna do it again. So again, I prepare my students. I go, listen, I'm going to leave next season. I'm going to do it once more. They were so supportive, So I leave, and suddenly they give me a Leonora Meletti. She was the #1 celebrity at that time in that show. Wow. So I end up being like, that was the big explosion as well. Like being in front pages in magazines, People magazine.
Sure.
I didn't expect that, and I didn't chase that. I just love to dance, and I loved the show. So in the end of that season, I go, okay, this is big. I mean, I have to decide if I'm going to live in the States or I'm going to leave to Greece, because I had job offers there, although the crisis started, the financial crisis the same time.
Right.
So it was a very, very conscious decision, and I say, I'm moving back to the States. I'm not coming back. It was great till I did it. Great portfolio I made. this is it. Because every time I came back to the States, I ended up losing a lot of my students. So I had to
Right.
build back
You gotta
my
start
clientele. So I ended up not participating on the show until 2014-15, where I go to a trip to Greece, and my father was in the last stage of cancer.
Oh.
And I see him on summer, and all my friends from the States that we went together for vacations that summer told me, if you don't come to Greece, you're never going to see him again. So the production kept on calling me every season to take part. So in end of 2014, I take the decision to go and do it one more time, be around my family, and do the show. So I did it, and he passed away after a month. I went there, so I'm lucky. I saw him for a month,
Right.
and so I invested time, energy, and money there for teaching and building my clientele in Greece, because there was so much going on after a death. You know, there's so
Yeah,
much, the
sure.
inheritance, the
Right.
lands,
right.
you know, the copa, the jorafia, the this and that. So I didn't know anything about that. So I had to stay there and take care of the stuff.
Wow, that's yeah. You know, we all go through losing parents and things like that eventually, but man, you know, it's you got the crisis, you got your dad, you've got you know, you're trying to decide whether you're going to be living in Greece, living in the U.S., and you're competing. And
That was the
just,
toughest decision,
yeah,
because I love America. I love California. I love to live here. I really love it. I'm also emotional attached with Greece because I had a lot of friends and
Sure.
my family's there. But California matches much more, I think, my
Right.
personality. So after that, I did another 2 seasons of Dancing with the Stars with Elisabeth Spanu and Penelope Anastasopoulou, the last one. And then I kind of created the road to come back, where the crisis came.
yeah, yeah.
Pandemic. So
The pandemic, right?
This is where we are.
Oh my God! So, now you're. Before we get into you being here and teaching and things like that, because I want you to talk about that a little bit too. I want to kind of, you know, there's what I, not being a dancer, and my son Nick over there is the dance director for the Greek dance group at St. Basil's Greek Orthodox Church. So he teaches Greek dance, but he took ballroom dancing while he was at USC.
Wow, that's
as
great.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met my girlfriend.
Actually, you have to tell me a little about it. Who was your instructor, et cetera, et cetera. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
good.
like I tried to talk him into. I said, "Put a little salsa on. Let's just see. You know, we'll get a critique from a professional." But I didn't realize because you know we have artists on the show and people that are in theater or music and it was, and still I started watching you on the show going back a decade on Dancing with the Stars. I didn't really appreciate the true art form that's involved in it, you know, because it the artistic expression that's involved in it, and it was just, it blew me away, and I just loved it. And I was thinking as I was kind of preparing for this, did you know, you were teaching celebrities, right? You had these celebrities as students. Did you run across one that was just natively like, bam, right there? Oh wow, this person is takes direction real easily, very athletic, very just, you know, I can really take her to places in dance in this art.
Yeah, well, talent is one thing, but mostly talent is about 4%, I would say, in my
Oh.
opinion. Yeah, 96% is all the system, the method, trying to grow their advantages and kind of hide in brackets
I
the
see.
disadvantages and sell her as best as you can. All my celebrities, the most important thing is to your student to believe on you and listen to you, and once you have this communication, you can make them the best. Once you have somebody, even it doesn't have to be a celebrity, like somebody that doesn't listen to you or doesn't believe in you, or this is where we have some hard time. So it's all about their personality, being able to accept somebody being their teacher suddenly, and you have to follow these guidelines. And most of them did it very, very well.
Wow. All right. That was very, very good answer because, it's like you don't want to alienate anybody either.
Actually, you can be a fantastic dancer, for example. Although,
Oh.
yeah. And I, from my experience with dancing, I've seen 80%, maybe less. This is mine, of course, about percentage. It's all about working on their way of thinking. You can teach a step, and then some people have ADD, ADHD, depression, anxiety, and they cannot do the step because we have to fix that part first. So we go in a process of training the brain to be able to react correctly the moment we want it, and that's the magic. And once they do correct dancing, correct ballroom dancing, you see their life changes psychologically, emotionally, methodically. School for kids goes, they improve great.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole system and method how you train the brain to act, because it's hard to control the body.
Right.
The body doesn't have brain; it's just muscles,
Right.
And you have to really be patient and train and know how to deal with that body. The brain. It's a system. It's magic.
Wow. Well, when I've watched you, I watch you perform many times, but I also noticed that you've put together students as teams, and you guys have traveled to different parts of the world and competed, right?
One of the biggest part of ballroom dancing is competitions. So the students, in order to improve, it's like tennis. You
Yeah.
play tennis, and sometime your teacher, your instructor might tell you, "I want to see you playing a game." So you start playing a game, so you can see and observe. The same thing with dancing. Once you have a student, it's fantastic and beautiful to put in a dance floor and compete against the other ladies or other guys of their categories. They dress well, the hair, makeup, and that's a way of improving their dancing. It's not necessarily to do it, but most of the time we travel the world and we compete on the best competitions in the world.
Wow. Yeah, I saw you guys in Moscow. Moscow was the one that really kind of...
Moscow Bowl, one of the biggest
Yeah.
comps we've been. Last year we went to Athens, to Holland, we went to Italy, Serbia, we went to Rome, we've been Paris, World Championships, to Greece, many competitions all over the States, England, so many competitions, and it's fantastic for the students because they change their lifestyle too.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
sport that you do it.
Yeah,
with.
oh yeah.
And there's no age, guys. There's no age limit. We have ladies from 4 years old to 94 years old, and there's no experience needed. We can make you the best you can be.
That's fantastic. Like I said, to me, I look at this and it's such an art. It's an art form, and you do the choreography, right? You put all this together, and to me, there's a level of, from somebody watching from the outside in, there's like this tremendous level of complexity
Yeah.
that I see in it. That's so impressive. But then there's also there's the artistic part of it that goes into it, and I thought to myself that, okay, this guy is over here and he's creating this art not only for himself, that something that you experienced personally, but also something that you're kind of getting this team to be able to do as well. And I thought that was so impressive. But then I started thinking about what it means to be an artist in this type of art form, and how many times you must go through the creative process and then have to abandon it because the limitations maybe of a student, or because of or maybe just didn't look right or whatever. And I just found that the way that the artistic mind works to be able to do that, always, because I'm not an artistic person, I'm more of an engineer, but there's something that engineers and artists have in common, and that's this first principles, or what I call burning the things you love. To make steps forward, you have to abandon the things that you're used to, that you may have found success in the first place. You may have to say, okay, I'm pushing myself now to the next level, to another. I got to get past that boundary, so I have to abandon what I've done. I was thinking, do you go through that? Do you go through that?
Yeah, a lot, because most of the students that let's say they don't have it or they don't have rhythm. It's not about they don't have rhythm or timing. It's suppressed. It's suppressed. So there was a psychologist for kids he said all children grow up with tempo. As you grow up, it gets suppressed. Depends to your family, how you grow up, social. So we bring that out.
I
So
see.
they're a suppressed part of its person that we need to bring them and enrich them so they can dance better and feel better and express better.
Wow. Yeah, you got there's a lot to what you do, and like I said, that kind of that artistic expression always fascinates me because it the achievements that you have to go through to.
Well, it's magic because each person is completely different from the other. So usually you have to understand in what group the mindset of that student is and to adjust a little bit to it so you can orient it, direct it to the right direction slowly. It's not like a piece you just say the same thing to everybody and whatever goes. I adjust to the student, understand the student as much as possible and try to move forward. And then you build her. And suddenly you see results you couldn't believe.
Well, you're doing something right. 'Cause it's like, yeah.
The biggest question like I had in Greece was, okay, Eleonora or Evgenia or this or Penelope or whoever, they had formal dance lessons, right? I go, no, there's something tricky there. I go, no, it's just we spend hours and hours together working hard.
And getting past those mental blocks, and there's a lot of psychology to what you do.
A lot of psychology. And the more disciplined somebody is, the more easier it is.
Yeah. Wow. That's fantastic. Yeah, and so now you're in the U.S. And you're probably going to stay here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'm starting now to build my clientele back. So I want new students to start teaching and start building and grow them for dancing here in Orange County.
So you're where's your studio?
I'm going to be teaching out of 2 locations in Laguna Hills and Newport Beach. So depending to the students where they are located, they can choose the location they prefer.
And you're are you teaching for kind of like are you teaching students that want to experience just the joy of it, or are you also teaching them to be able to compete?
Everything. Competing is emerge. You don't press anybody to do anything. Eventually, they ask for it. In the beginning say, oh, I'm not going to compete. Oh, and the hardest thing for each student is to walk in that studio or call me and say, my first lesson. That's the hardest part. They think maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not talented enough. I have no rhythm, self-confidence. And this is what we make. We take you and we change your life.
Wow. Well, that to me is just an amazing process. That the journey that you take people through, this artistic expression, and yeah, that's fantastic. So now we'll put some links in for your fan page or for how people can get a hold of you.
That would be great.
Yeah,
that would be
because
great.
So there's we've if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, we'll put in the location of the studios and how you can get a hold of Elias. But no, that's great. Anything else you want to share with us?
No,
Afternoon.
it was great that I came here as a guest. I loved it. I didn't expect that all this thing is going on, and it's great. So, and I'm very excited to be back in Orange County and start dancing again. That's it.
Wow. We're excited to have you, and we're grateful that you're back, and we get to see you again because it's been honestly, I think it's been a decade since the last time I saw you. It's been a long time.
I know it.
Yeah.
And it's hard times now with the coronavirus, so we try to keep every lesson safe as much as possible. So we keep every hygiene, precaution. So nobody should be worrying to take dance lessons at this time of year.
So there you have it, folks. You know, you have Elias Ladas from Dancing with the Stars, the Greek edition, here with us, and you have him here locally. Well, you know, we have
depending on
yeah,
where
where
you
you
are.
live, because it just occurred to me the people that I see up there are living everywhere from Melbourne to Thessaloniki, but we're so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And this is Bob, and there's Aurora, and another episode. It's either episode 29 or 30.
We don't remember.
We don't remember. George is going to work it out for us and figure it out. But hey, thank you for joining us. Kalos Vrikame, and we will see you next week. Yasas.
Yes, us.